Hey guys, what's going on? Hermdo back with you with a quick recap of the Wings' last three games, along with some of the grades for how well they're doing this season. We are nearing the end of February. We're starting to sniff the playoffs a little bit. Wings are in playoff contention. They are 32, 17, and 5. Good for 69 points, sitting second in the Atlantic Division. Here's how they fared the last three outings. Now, against the Kings last night, it was the defensive struggle where the Wings couldn't generate enough high-danger chances despite a strong effort from the blue line. The offense sputtered against LA Structure, only scored one goal. It was a 1-3 loss, kind of a kick in the balls because Los Angeles is pretty mid this year. But anyways, versus the Winnipeg Jets, a pretty dominant win. The Wings controlled the pace with the top line of Raymond, Larkin, and DeBrincat, overwhelming the Jets. This win highlighted their ability to score in bunches when the transition game is clicking. More on their transition game later, but they beat the Jets 5-1. Pretty impressive win, even though the Winnipeg Jets stink. Now, Minnesota Wild, this is a very tough team coming out of the West, one of the best teams in that Central Division, behind only the Stars and the Avalanche. A heart attack game, typical of the season squad. The Wings fought back to force overtime, securing a crucial point, but ultimately fell in the extra frame. The game prior to this was a 2-1 OT win in Toronto, but it's a tight, one-goal contest. A lot of these games have a playoff feel this late into the season. Wings are surrendering a lot of points. You gave Toronto a point. That is something you don't want to do, but especially this late in the season. But the Wings have been good in the overtime games they have played. They only have 5 overtime losses this year. But as far as season report card goes, I give them an A-. The Wings have firmly established themselves as a playoff contender, currently holding the second spot in the Atlantic. As I said before, they are on pace for a 100-plus point season, driven by elite top-end talent and stabilized goaltending tandem. The honor roll, Lucas Raymond, A+, the team MVP so far with 58 points, 18 goals, and 40 assists. He has evolved into a legitimate superstar playmaker, driving the offense and looking dangerous on every shift. Alex DeBrincat gets a solid A. The sniper Detroit needed. He leads the team with 27 goals and is chasing the 40-goal mark yet again. His chemistry with Raymond and Larkin is the team's biggest asset. Moritz Seider gets a solid A. Should be an A+, but I'll just give him an A for now. He continues to eat massive minutes, averaging 25 minutes, 25 seconds time on ice, and leads the defense with 35 points. His defensive metrics remain elite despite facing the toughest competition every night. Emmett Finney, A-, a surprise rookie, a 7th-round pick who cracked the roster and found a home on the top line, bringing energy and exceeding all expectations with 21 points. 21 points from a 200th overall pick. That's pretty damn good. I like this Finney kid. I like him a lot. Needs improvement, defensive depth. That's been an issue. We talked all the time, multiple times. I brought it up a lot where I'm belly aching about the Wings defense. While the Seider-Edvinsson pairing is strong, the bottom pairing, Sherratt, Petrie, Mata, and Hull have been inconsistent. The team gives up too many high-danger chances when their top pair is resting. So overall, I give about a C+. Penalty kill. I mean, just for a brief aside, just imagine this team without Mo Seider on it. That's pretty scary. Penalty kill is a B-, sitting at roughly 79%. The PK is average. Hasn't cost them too many games yet, but needs to tighten up for the playoffs. But let's look at do a deep dive with the advanced stats. The underlying numbers suggest a team that is opportunistic rather than dominant. They outperform their position metrics thanks to high-end finishing talent and solid goaltending. The Corsi 4 is at 49.7%, which is mid-tier. Detroit creates about as many shot attempts as they allow. They are not a possession juggernaut, but are deadly in transition. PDO, which is part of the luck index, it sits at 99.6, which is average. A PDO near 100 suggests their record is real and not driven by unsustainable luck, plus puck luck, plus save percentage, those kind of things. X goals for, expected goals, 48.9%, sits at the bottom half. They actually allow slightly more quality chances than they create. 110.4 expected goals versus 115 expected goals for versus 115 expected goals against, meaning they rely on their snipers to finish difficult shots, guys like Raymond, guys like DeBrincat. Shooting percentage, 10.9%, which is in the top 10. The Wings convert shots at a high rate, a testament to the finishing ability of DeBrincat, Raymond, and Kano. This team, They're good in transition. This is a transition team. They do not spend a lot of time in the offensive zone. They don't really set up in the offensive zone and pass the puck around as you see with other teams. This is a team that gets into the offensive zone, skates really fast, basically crashes the net, makes things happen. That's been their style under Todd McClellan, and it works for them so far. I mean, look at their record. But individual standouts, let's talk about that. Dylan Larkin, a high danger chance generator. His speed through the neutral zone is a primary driver of the team's transition offense. Simone Edvinsson has settled into the top 4 role effectively with 17 points and a +6 rating, showing he can handle NHL speed. Those possession exits can still improve. Axel Sandin-Pellikka, the rookie defenseman, has flashed high offensive upside with 18 points, but has struggled defensively. He is -15, which is expected for a young offensive defenseman. Summary, the Wings are a dangerous team because they have elite finishers who can score against the grain of play. However, to make a deep cup run, they need to improve their 5-versus-5 possession numbers and reduce the quality of chances allowed. So, yeah, the Wings have a few things to work on, but overall they're doing very well as a team. They're kind of doing well, aside from or in spite of their weak possession numbers. But they definitely got to tighten up the ship on that because we're getting into the point where things are getting pretty hairy out there, and a lot of teams are jockeying for a position. You're seeing the definite split between the top-end teams, the mid-teams, and the bottom-tier teams. But, yeah, it's a very exciting season so far, kind of a breath of fresh air for Wings fans. Very exciting. Last few weeks of hockey has been very good for us. But, yeah, it's a tight divisional race. You lost a heartbreaker against Minnesota, and you lost against the Kings, 2 Western Conference teams, but you got to win those games. It's a very tight divisional race because, believe it or not, Buffalo Sabres are knocking on the door, and the Tampa Bay Lightning are not going anywhere. So it's tight. It's really tight. The Wings got to play some mistake-free hockey. They got to really shore up their 5-versus-5, their expected goals. They got to really, just clean up the metrics, basically. But everything other than that is pretty solid. We'll see what Steve Yzerman does in free agency. I have a free agency video for you guys all set to go. Depends when Mark wants to upload it. But, yeah, that's going to do it for me. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think. How do you think the Wings are doing this season? Are you an advanced stats guy? Do you give them the eyeball test? How do you feel about the Wings so far this season? Let me know in the comment section down below. Don't forget to subscribe to the Detroit Fan Forum, to subscribe to Hermdo. All sorts of good sports content coming your way. That's going to do it for me. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you guys later.